Hey, what's up? This is Laguardia Acting Studio, and today I want to talk briefly about what actors can do when they get a script that sucks. When you get a script or a monologue or even a commercial, and you look at it and you think, wow, this is horrible. Either the story's bad, but more importantly, the dialogue's bad. The dialogue is either written in a way that people just don't speak, or it doesn't make sense, or it just doesn't give you anything. Well, how do you deal with that? Because your job as an actor is to bring life to the script and to make all the characters believable and honest and worth watching. Okay? So, you get a script and it's terrible. Well, here's what a lot of actors do. A lot of actors change lines. I've been on many film sets, independent, not the bigger film sets, independent films where guys come to rehearsal or they come to filming and they literally say like, yeah, I changed these lines, or I changed this line, or I rewrote this a little bit. I get it. I get it, because that's a temptation for me too. Not only as a writer, but when I'm reading lines and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. I feel like I know how to fix them. But that's not my job. You understand? That is not your job. That's like calling the police and they, because you think somebody's breaking in your house, and then they come in and they start yelling at you over how your child did their homework. Like, you're an actor. Your job is to bring the script to life. Okay? So you can say, all right, but like nobody would say this line. What does that mean? You personally wouldn't say it. No. And that's what somebody said. I would never say this. Okay. Is this a documentary? Is this about you? No, of course not. You're playing a character. Well, guess what? The character speaks that way. That's what the character says. The writer creates the character, and the character speaks these words of dialogue. You have no right to say, I wouldn't say this. Nobody talks like this. This is a horrible line. This is what the character says. Okay? You are bringing the character to life. It is your job to justify those lines and make them real. And make strong choices so that those lines are actually important to you, that they mean something. Okay? It's not about changing the lines. It's not about rearranging it or being angry at the script. Do you know how many times I've gotten a script and I'm like, well, this is horrible. And A, it's written badly. B, I don't even know what to do with it. And so I blame the writer and I get mad at them. But you know what? When I walk into that audition, nobody's thinking about the writer. They're watching you and what you can do with that script. Okay? You have to understand, it's about the actor. It's about what you bring as soon as you hit that stage, as soon as that camera's on you. What are you feeling? Where are your emotions? Because you can't write that. That comes from you. And whatever you say can still be done well, regardless of what the words are. One way to do it is to find out what's under the words, what's really going on in that scene. Okay? Because if you feel something, if you have a true feeling about something, and you express the emotion honestly and clearly, the words are secondary. I've watched foreign films with great actors without subtitles, and I know what's going on. And I can appreciate it, and I can see good acting, and I can feel intense moments. I can feel moments of levity. I can feel moments of love. I don't even know what they're saying. So if you do have words that aren't great, you can work around that. Don't let that be a limitation to you. Because let me tell you something. You're going to get scripts that suck. You're going to get dialogue that looks like it was written by someone who doesn't speak English, or written by a child, or written by somebody that's never spoken to anybody like outside of their dungeon. You're going to get bad scripts. It's inevitable. And it's your job to bring them to life, to make them interesting. Okay? Great actors can take bad material and make it good. The same way a great comedian can make a bad joke funny. A great actor can make any material good. All right? Don't think about how it flows. Make it flow correctly. Don't think if it doesn't make sense. Find out what it really means and have it make sense to you. And if it makes sense to you, it'll make sense in the scene, in the movie. Do you understand? Don't worry about changing lines. That's not your job. All right? Because on those indie films I was at, when these actors came in with the lines changed, try that on a big SAG production. Try going to the director on a network show or a big film and say, yeah, I changed some lines. Your ass is gone. They will fire you before you can blink. Do celebrities do it? Yes. Can celebrities do it? Yeah. Because it's their name that's bringing people in. Don't go there. Don't even think about that. Your job is to do the lines. Don't change lines. Don't add lines. Don't take lines away. Don't put your own spin on the line. You do the lines as is, but you make it work. Use your personality, use your emotion, use your charisma. I mean, you should have those things if you want to be an actor. Actors and actresses are basically saying, I want you to pay money to watch me. You go pay money to watch me in that movie. You go pay money to watch me on the stage. Have you seen how much they're charging for Broadway? Have you seen how much a Broadway ticket is? Well, if you're going to pay so much to watch somebody, I want them to be interesting. I want them to be good. I want them to be that character, bring it to life, and then some. So how can you let bad writing limit you? You can't. Mark my words, you're going to go on auditions and the scripts are going to be terrible. Overcome that by being wonderful. Okay? Overcome it by being wonderful. And that'll change your perspective.